In this video, I'm going to show you how to access VMware. Once you've installed VMware on your system, you'll find an icon that looks like this. So you're going to want to double click and then double click on My Desktop. VMware is a virtual desktop interface software, so I'm going to start referring to it as VDI. It is not going to be nearly as fast as if you were actually on a computer on campus, but it's going to be close, so it beats having to come on campus. You're going to type in your Cincinnati State username and your Cincinnati State current password. Now it will allow you to also save on your computer's hard drive. It should allow you to save on a flash drive as well. Because I'm a staff member, I do have two icons here. You should only have one, which is the student station. So you're going to double click on the student station, and then it's going to emulate an older version of Windows, and you'll see some icons. So if you're on Windows 10, you're going to be stepping back a couple years, but you can handle it. And again, it's going to be a little slow, but like I said, it beats having to do this on campus or having to purchase any of the software. Now you will have the VDI menu above, so this will allow you to connect your flash drive if you have a flash drive, so you'll want to place that in the system. And this is where you'll also exit out as well. So let me go ahead, and it's still doing some installing here, because there's more icons than this that will show up. But like I said, you do have the start menu. You do have a lot of the features that you're familiar with if you've used the computers on campus. And you can also access a lot of the Microsoft Office products. Now we're going to be using VMware. We should have an icon show up here in a few minutes. Once it shows up, then you're fine. You're not going to be using this one. It should say Dragon Naturally Speaking. Once all the icons are displayed on your screen, then you're going to find Dragon Naturally Speaking and double click. And like I said, be patient. It takes a few seconds longer than if you were actually on a computer that had it directly installed on the hard drive or through a network. Now when you come to the welcome screen, you're going to want to follow through on the prompts and the steps. This is the point in which you're going to want to have your mic headset already plugged into your computer. So I'm going to click on Next. It says choose your speech options. Click on Next. And it's going to be testing to make sure it can actually hear you. Now I'm going to use the default setting. If you have anything else that shows up, I suggest you just accept the default setting for the time being. If you find that you're having issues with the software accessing your mic headset, then you'll want to choose other options. Then we'll click on Next. And at this point, we're going to, again, this is just a microphone check. We're going to read the text. You're not setting up your profile yet. This is just a mic check. So we're going to click Start. I am reading this text out loud, clearly and naturally. I will continue to use this tone when I dictate with the product. Right now, I am giving Dragon a chance to adapt to my voice and audio environment. As I talk, Dragon is checking the quality of the audio input and adjusting some settings. Good audio input is essential for accurate speech recognition. To achieve high accuracy, I should maintain a consistent distance between my mouth and the microphone. Then click on Next. So at this point, it is actually creating your user profile. I know I just indicated previously it does not, but it actually is on this new version of Dragon. I will also show you how to go back and create a profile separate from the initial startup of the software. Now it is saving it on the server, so it's going to be important that you probably do all the steps at one time. That way you're not coming in and out of Dragon. But I will show you how to launch your profile that you just created if you have to leave and come back and finish the rest of the steps required for this rotation. One of the things you'll find about Dragon is the features that you're using with Dragon, or the techniques, you can actually use with any voice recognition software. So if you're using voice recognition on your cell phone, you'll find the techniques are quite the same. When you come to this screen on accuracy, help us improve Dragon, I would suggest do not send my usage data. It's just cumbersome, and it's not necessary for what we're using Dragon for in this class. So we're going to go ahead and click Next. Dragon is ready for you. We recommend you explore Dragon's interactive tutorial, which will appear when you click Finish. So next you're going to move into starting the tutorial, which is also something I've indicated in the instructions you need to complete. So once you click Finish, give it a few seconds, it'll start up. Then you'll see the Dragon bar at the top. You'll see that it's initializing, which means it's getting ready to start the training. And it's currently using your voice recognition profile. So at this point you're going to go through the interactive tutorial, and you'll see the Dragon training tutorial down here at the very bottom. Make sure you read everything. It is interactive, so what you'll be doing is you'll be clicking on Next, and then it'll be telling you what to do, giving you some information. Again, giving you more information. Read through all of this, please. Some of this you'll actually be doing some of the items in the steps. So here it says click the microphone button on the Dragon bar, and you can see the arrows flashing. And then click the button again to turn it off. So you can tell which step you're on in the training. So it goes rather quickly. I do want you to, as you go through each of these, let me go through some of these, maybe a little long. Alright, I do want you to go through more and finish the rest of these. Alright. So then when you get to the what's next, this will be the last step, and I want you to try to capture this if you can, because we're using VDI. It's going to be a little tough. So I want you to go down to the Start menu, go to Snipping Tools, and I'm not sure if it's going to let us do it through VDI. Let's see if it pops up. There we go, great. So at this point you're just going to grab this whole screen. You're going to save it. And then you're going to navigate to your storage device. Now, because we are using VDI, this is not your computer's menu bar. So you're going to come down to Computer, and this is where you'll have access to your flash drive. You'll also have access to your Z drive, so if you want to save everything on the Z drive and then copy it over, that's perfectly fine. Now this is my actual computer. Yours may say something completely different. I'm going to see if it's going to go ahead and let me access my desktop where I have my folder. This way you can save this as an image, and then you can insert it later on using the insert picture. Alright, so let's see if I can get to my desktop. And again, it takes a little bit of time, just be patient with it. Great, so it is allowing me to access my desktop. So I'm going to go to my IM155 folder. Now, obviously your file structure is different than mine, but I'm just going to go ahead and go into this one. This is where I have everything for this class. So let me just assume that I have created this IM 155 folder I had you guys create at the beginning of the course. And like I said, you're going to get a little bit of a hesitation, but it beats driving to campus. And let me go ahead and create the technology rotation was one of the folders I had asked you to create. If you didn't, do it. Alright, and in here I'm going to go ahead and create a folder for this rotation called Dragon. Moving ahead. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and click inside the Dragon folder, and I'm just going to call this Dragon Training, so I know it is my image for my Dragon Training. So it's time for me to put everything together and submit for this particular assignment. I'm good to go. Okay, so at this point I'm going to go ahead and close the snipping tool, and I'm going to go ahead and exit out. And at that point, you will be ready to move on to the next assignment within Dragon. Have fun with it.